This could be our most boring update ever.
Stay tuned to find out. Welcome to Crocs in the Kitchen.
I'm Jessica.
And I am Brian.
We are here with an update from our trip to Mayo Clinic. So we asked you guys if you wanted us to film as we went along or what we wanted to do. And we filmed exactly 0 actually at the hospital.
Yeah, but we didn't film anything at the hospital.
But we did film another video for you guys while we were on the trip to Rochester.
That is true.
And it will be coming out next. And do you want to tell them what it is?
Sure.
Well, you tell them.
It's basically a video about what we ate on the trip. Now, I know a lot of people are like, well, that sounds kind of boring. No, it actually isn't, because one of the reasons why I thought we should do that video is because it kind of showcases where we are mentally and also how we are trying to do things more on a budget.
Yes.
And just simple tips and tricks that we use to maintain our diet while traveling on these little trips that we go on.
Yeah, so budget tips, travel tips. We came up with some really creative options in just trust us. You'll like it.
Yeah.
But for this video, we're going to update you on the results of our scans. So as you guys mostly know, I was diagnosed with ovarian cancer in 2022. Brian was diagnosed with kidney cancer in 2024. We are both patients at Mayo Clinic. We are both on the same every 4-month schedule right now to get scans. And we went up there. We both had blood work. We both had a CT scan. And how did the results come back, Brian?
So the results came back for me as, once again, no evidence of disease. But the funnier part was that after I'd gotten my CT scan done, my doctor actually personally called me. Like a
half an hour later. It was like...
it was funny. I was literally watching Elsie, who was about to fall asleep for her nap. And he's like, hey, I can see you early. And I'm like, oh, this doesn't sound good. And he goes, oh, your scans are fine. And then I'm like, okay. So he's like, come on up. So I came up to the floor and went in to see him. Elsie was passed out in her stroller. And he then goes over, he's like, well, your abdomen scans, they came back completely fine. He goes, I was waiting for the results of the chest CT to actually come up. He goes, but we'll just go through that together. So he starts doing the side-by-side comparison of scrolling through my previous scans and my new scans. And he's just scrolling. And he all of a sudden stops and he goes, you see this right here? You see this? I go, yeah. And he goes, that's completely normal. And then keeps scrolling. My oncologist has that Kramer energy from Seinfeld. He's just sort of erratic and all over the place and just does whatever he wants. And he's absolutely hilarious, and I love him. He is the right kind of doctor for me.
I was gonna say, he's perfect for Brian's personality, and also I feel like he would tailor himself a bit differently. He knows Brian's approach to this. We never came into the room necessarily to meet with him and we're this somber, oh my gosh, Brian has cancer. What are we gonna do? We were in battle mode, all right, let's get this sucker taken out. Since we'd already been through everything with me, we were just ready to go. I feel like if Brian had walked in the room and it was we didn't know anything, we were scared to death, he would definitely have a little bit different of an approach, but he is perfect combination for Brian for a doctor. It's hilarious.
So after going through the chest CT and everything was completely not perfectly fine. Even got the report later on from the techs, and everything was perfectly fine. 0 changes in my body as far as growths or even lymph nodes or whatever. Nothing has changed whatsoever in my body in this entire time.
Yeah. So while Brian was up there doing that appointment, I was actually in the process of drinking all the liquids that I have to drink for my CT scan, which
I didn't have to do.
Which for some reason, Brian, he just had a regular one this time. The last few times you've had the one where they were looking at your small intestine, is that it?
So I had to drink a bunch of liquid.
But for me, they do the contrast. They do the IV, they did do the IV thing for you where they put the this stuff that makes you feel all warm and fuzzy like you're peeing yourself.
Yeah.
They did give you that, right?
Yes.
So I get the IV, but I also drink 2, it's usually Aquafina bottles where they put in whatever is in there and I drink it, and then they do, all that. So I was drinking my drinks while Brian was getting his news, and then I literally like went back, got my scan done. Like, they are so efficient at Mayo Clinic. They have our schedules like timed out perfectly. Yep. Like, our blood work was timed out perfectly, so
and we
that
didn't have to get up super early this time.
Yeah, we didn't have to get up
really
super early. So I had my scan, and then because Brian had already met with his oncologist early, because he was supposed to meet with him at like 4 p.m., but he met with him at like 1. And because he met with him while I was doing my scan, like basically once I was done with my scan, we were good to go. So we just had to wait for my results to pop up on the phone. They popped up within like, I don't know, an hour or 2 on my phone and later in the afternoon. And everything is good with mine as well. No changes, no evidence of metastatic disease or anything like that. They always note on my lymph nodes, there's always like some fluctuations, but it's always like up and down within the same like 1 millimeter range. And so they're tracking it obviously, but they're not worried about it.
And it was the lymph nodes originally that were why they kept you on sort of a shorter schedule for CT scans. Yeah. But after all this time now, they can see the patterns of, these went up, these went down, these went up, these went down. And if it was any form of metastatic disease, then they would get bigger, and then they would get bigger, and then they would get bigger. Yeah. But because they went back down, they're not cancer.
So they're just sort of doing their thing.
They keep fluctuating.
So yeah, my appointment with my oncologist, who we absolutely love. Like, she's awesome. She's amazing. Seriously. Like, she has been, like, I don't know if we would have made it through all of this stuff without her. And guaranteed. We always love meeting with her, especially when there's good news. So, usually we know that there's going to be good news before we meet with her, but it's always great just to like catch up and, ask her any random questions that I do have. So we met with her the next morning, and then we did the drive home, and it was a long drive home. It was a long day. Drive, we didn't get home till like 11 p.m. But again, she said everything was great. And then, so it's interesting because like our doctors kind of work together. They're like, okay, as far as when you need to be scanned again, they're both comfortable within like the 4, 5, 6 month range kind of. So they, as long as, neither, like, we try to coordinate it, but like obviously if either of us needed it earlier, we would have to figure that out. But I think we're going to be going back in December. So about 5 months-ish, 4.5, 5 months-ish, we'll be going back in December, which it will be a totally different climate up there.
From summer to winter.
Yeah, it's like, it was summer, it was warm, but not as warm as St. Louis is absolutely on fire right now. We've been in a heat advisory for how many days now? Like
several days.
10 days in a row or something. Like,
it's been near 100 every day basically, and it's been super high humidity. It's just
100 Fahrenheit for you international folks. But the heat index has been like up to like 112 or whatever. It's been like crazy this last few like week and a half here. But Minnesota is north of us, so it's a little bit less up there. We were able to get out and take Elsie to a nice little park, and she enjoyed that. We had a swim in our hotel. So yeah, it was just a, quick up and down trip. Obviously took a lot out of us. It's always a lot to emotionally and to process, but it was just good to get the good news. And I wanted to give a shout out. We met a couple while we were up there who recognized us as we were walking out from my scan. And I don't want to give their information or anything about them, but the wife was going through a very difficult diagnosis. And I just am like, just thinking about them, praying for them. Seriously, it is just such a difficult battle ahead that she has. And it's just, my heart goes out to like anybody who goes through any of this, but the chemo sucks, and there's no other way to put it. and all different chemo affects people differently, but she's got a pretty brutal schedule that they're going to be putting her through with her diagnosis. And I'm just praying for her. Like, I literally like wrote down my phone number and like was like, call me, text me anytime. Seriously, you guys, we are so supportive of you. And also to the husband, you know, I was even thinking like, just reach out to me. I'll give you Brian's number. It's such a different, we've both been on both sides of this now. And it's, so there's a lot, everybody thinks about the cancer patient, but there's so much that the supporter, and her husband seemed so supportive and so amazing. And they're going to be staying up there for several weeks, and they live like far away from Mayo Clinic. So, thinking about them, you guys, like, seriously reach out to us. We really, really hope that, you know, we're really, really rooting for you on this fight.
Absolutely.
But, what else do we have? Anything else?
Nothing I can think of.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah,
it was just a very quick trip. Then came back and I had like insane work schedule for the next few days because concert season is in full swing, and I've been in concert world since we got back. Like, it doesn't even, I don't even know where I am or what I'm doing right now. So I was like out until what, like 1 something in the morning last night.
Yeah, you were.
Doing stuff, but yeah, it's always a breath of fresh air to be like, all right, you know what? We've basically been given a prescription for, hey, take the next 4 or 5 months, you know, live your lives, do your thing. And, you know, obviously we're going to try to get as healthy as possible. That's our goal in the end. So that we can keep getting these good results, that we can keep living longer, and that we can see our beautiful girl grow up. Like, that's the goal.
Yep. I agree. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Click the bell that is right next to it. You will get notified whenever we post a new video. You can also find us on social media, Facebook and Instagram, and comment, message, all that kind of fun stuff. But I think that's all I got.
Oh, definitely all I got.
We will see you next time on Crocs in the Kitchen. Bye.